If you're interested in Python coding, a good place to start is to install Python on your computer. We're doing this on Windows. There are some websites where you can code on the website and store your things there, and it's a good place to, it's a good way to do it as well. But installing it locally on your machine is a very good way to learn how everything works and fits together. So let's do that. To see whether Python is installed on your machine, we're going to launch the command prompt. And one way to do that is to press the Windows key and R, and that opens the run dialog. You type CMD and press enter, and that opens the command prompt. Another way to do it is to click on Windows and also type CMD, and then you'll see it finds the command prompt. You can open it from there. Now, if you type Python in there, whoops, let's type Python and press enter. Now, if it's not installed, Windows will very helpfully open for you the Microsoft Store and take you to the page from where you can install Python. And you can do that just by clicking Get Here. And I think this is a fine way to do it. Also, I think the advantage is that your Python installation will stay up to date if you do this. Another way to do it, however, is to go to the Python website. So let's open our browser and type in python.org. And from there, excuse me, you can just go to the download section. You'll see if I hover over there, it really gives me a button to download Python, and it's helpfully recognized that we're running Windows. You can also just click on downloads. And if you're looking for example, for older releases or whatever, you'll find those here. For now, let's just click on download Python, and the current version as I'm making this video is 3.12. All right, and once that's done, we'll go to our downloads and double click to run it from there, and then it will start the wizard. Now, what I would recommend you do is set this checkbox that says add python.exe to path, so that when you run Python in your command prompt, it can find it. So let's do that. If you want to install Python for all the users on your machine, you can check this use admin privileges checkbox, but I'm not going to do that now. Instead, let's click on install now, and then let's just watch it run through. Right, and setup was successful. So Python is now installed. Don't worry about this disable path length limit for now. Let's go and check whether it's working. You can't use your existing command prompts because the path hasn't been set in these. So let's close those and run command prompt again. And now if we type Python and hit enter, it's going to drop us in the Python shell, or the REPL as it's called, and it shows the version that we've installed here. Good, so that's installing Python. The next thing we want to do is to install an IDE. Now you've got a few options with regards to that, but I'm going to opt for Visual Studio Code, which you'll find at code.visualstudio.com. There it also already offers to that we can download the Windows build. Let's do that as well. Right, and we can start it from there, or just go to our downloads and double click to run the installer. Okay, and to install it, we need to accept the agreement. That's fine. I think it's fine. I've never actually read through all of this. If you do, let me know what I'm missing. Let's go next. By default, it will also install it for your user, which is great. It doesn't install it system-wide, so no admin rights are needed. You can probably accept all the defaults. And what I also like to do is check these options. Add open with code action to Windows Explorer file context menu. And we'll see that in a second. You can choose to create a desktop icon, and I'll just actually set all of these. Why not? Right, and then we'll carry on with the install. Okay, and when that's done, we can launch Visual Studio. And if you need to find it again, it will obviously be in your start menu, but let's just run it from here for now. Right, and here we have a clean install. There is a getting started guide here if you like. For now, I'm just going to go to the extensions over here, extensions button, and that opens up the sidebar from where we can search extensions. And you see that the Python one already came up, which is great. If it doesn't for you, you can just search here. And the one that we're looking for is this one by Microsoft.com. So let's install that. Okay, and with that done, now a good idea is to create a folder. Now we can either just go to open folder and create one. I like to create a folder called development, and inside there I keep all my projects. And let's just create a new folder here, and I'll call it PyTest01, and that's going to be the folder in which I'm going to start coding now. Now you always get this pop-up to ask whether you trust the authors, and I do in fact trust the authors of all files because I am that author. And let's start by creating a new file, either from here or from the Explorer. Let's say new file and just call it test.py. And to start with, we'll just enter this. Sorry, the writing is a bit small, but we'll fix that for the next video. So we've got print, open bracket, double quote, just any text like hello world, close the double quote, close the bracket, and then on the top right you'll see a run Python file button. Let's do that. Right, and there is our output text. We've just run our first Python program after we've installed Python, installed Visual Studio Code and the extensions, and that's enough to get us going.